Welcome back to Brother Rice High School. You're watching the 50th anniversary celebration, and we're glad you're with us. The rich Rice tradition established here over the past 5 decades is both tremendous and time-tested. Both the athletic achievements and the academic accomplishments are nothing less than a commitment to excellence. The Brother Rice athletic program has won an amazing 55 state championships. Of the 14 sports offered at Rice, there have been state titles in 10 of them. Over the past 7 years, there have been 15 state championships in 8 different sports. Then there's lacrosse. The Brother Rice lacrosse team has won 17 state titles, 13 in the past 15 years. They've achieved 6 prestigious Midwest championships over the past decade. The Warriors are consistently ranked among the top 20 teams in the country, and following the 2008 season, they were named national champs. Brother Rice has not lost to a team from the state of Michigan since 2002. How do you continually keep raising the bar? Quite simply, coaching.
This past year, we only had one kid that was actually a starter and significant the year before. Everybody else was playing JV last year, or they were on the bench the year before. So it was a total different aspect of how to coach. And Coach Ambrose and I, we talked about this, but he did a phenomenal job of working with the few seniors that he had and saying, you need to come to the plate. You need to be the coach on the field because 2 guys next to you are sophomores. And during the year, they progressed, and we only had 1 loss.
Often overshadowed by the incredible 1974 football squad, the 1974-75 basketball team truly beat the odds. Because later that winter, and led by legendary coach Bill Norton, Brother Rice drove out to East Lansing and beat heavily favored Detroit Cass Tech. Although, admittedly, the task seemed daunting.
It was really intimidating. I remember just warming up and looking down at the other end, watching Cass Tech warm up, and all their players were dunking the basketball, and we were like,
I think most of us from that era can remember Jimmy McGoodwin with 3 seconds left, 4 seconds left, hitting a bank shot to tie the game and to send it in overtime. A shot that was not a layup. It was not a 5-footer. I mean, it was an 18, 20-footer off balance. People challenging you. The thing goes in, and the reaction of the crowd, that spontaneous emotion was just, I'll never forget it.
They're trying to get us off the court, and nobody would leave. And I remember everybody was smiling because they were saying, like, I'm smiling so wide, it hurts my face.
When Michael Murphy enrolled at Rice in 2005, he always considered himself a soccer player. It was his passion. But following a successful track season running the distance races his sophomore year, he turned to longtime coach Bob Stark for advice. Should he play soccer or run cross country? Coach Stark didn't beat around the bush.
He kind of said, you're an idiot if you don't run. That's his style. But was never like, come run for me, we really need you as a team. It was kind of, if you wanted to play soccer, you can, but you really could do something as cross country. And I think that kind of meant a lot, that he wasn't out here pushing me for anything.
Mike eventually finished 3rd at the state meet his senior year. Today, Mike is a second-year student at Columbia University in New York. As a freshman in cross country in 2009, he helped his Lions win their first Ivy League championship in 4 years. And should Michael choose to return the favor, Coach Stark will tell you the same thing he tells all alumni.
I tell them my retirement plan is as follows. They have to, every kid I've taught when I retire, and everyone out there remember this that's watching, you have to send me $1 a month for the rest of my life. That's $100 grand a year, cash. Now, I know the tax man will take a lot because I'm way too honest not to report that money.
The best part about all this sports success? The athletic academic achievement.
This past senior year, the top 10 grade point averages of our kids in this school were all athletes. Of the 7 coaches associations that are out there that give a Scholar Athlete Award, GPA to the team, we've won them all. So the kids are doing it in the classroom as well as on the field of play.
Despite losing the majority of one of his legs due to cancer, Gabe Sheena has never let that slow him down. During his time at Rice, Gabe achieved National Honor Society, he tutored others, and was captain of the wrestling team. He's now on full scholarship at the University of Michigan.
Brother Rice was like a map to figure out how I'm going to lead my life. And it was a map that was essentially given to each individual person and catered to that one person's needs. And it wasn't an outright, you should do this, this, and this in your life. It was, this is what I did. So I'm leading my life by this example. You should lead yours in a similar way. And it was a great learning experience.
And the competition doesn't end with athletics. Debate and forensics have 10 state championships in the last 12 years. Lewis Brown began his interest in politics and law after his 4 years on the Rice debate team. It's very much like a courtroom. A judge presides over 2 opposing sides making their case regarding the chosen policy point. Make no bones about it, it's like a sport for the mind.
It's not a physical exhaustion, though it can be. It's a mental exhaustion, and it's excellent. It prepares you both in terms of analysis, in terms of communication, for college and for careers beyond. It also allows you to manage your time amazingly well. You may be at a tournament on a Thursday through a Monday and you still have to do school and you have to prepare, and we competed nationally, and that was an excellent experience to have, and it also gives you a confidence in yourself that you can achieve when you go to college and beyond.
Lewis was also involved in Model United Nations, high schools from around the country getting together in a takeoff of what happens at the actual United Nations. You were assigned a specific country and you defend your country's stance through open forum style debate. As a junior, Lewis and Brother Rice competed at a conference in Washington, D.C. and won. Ironically, it's where Lewis lives and works today.
I just passed the hotel where the conference was at a couple days ago, and every time I go past the hotel, I remember the moment when we won. Brother Rice had a history of winning it. We hadn't won it in several years, and it was a big deal because we were competing amongst hundreds of schools, and only a few schools were giving that award. And it was a phenomenal experience, one of the best experiences of my life. It was just a sense of accomplishment. And also, at Rice, I think when you accomplish these things academically or professionally, A, you come in with a sense of a legacy, and B, you go out with a license that you feel to be successful.
There was a coach that was asked, and I can't remember who the coach was, but he was asked about the success of his team. And the coach said, well, we're going to have to take a look at that 20, 25 years from now, because we're going to have to see if they're good parents, we're going to see if they're good spouses, and see how many doctors and how many lawyers we turn out of this particular group. So we're teaching life lessons.